He holds a Sudanese passport, but because of the turmoil in the country, Mohammed Khair has never lived there. He was born in Oman and spent most of his life in New Zealand, but he hesitates to call it home.
Growing up in New Zealand was difficult because there wasn't a lot of black people at that time when I moved there in general, let alone Sudanese people. Schooling as a kid was obviously quite tough. It was like a lot of discrimination. Yeah, a lot of like bullying.
He's been in New York for 4 years and he's hoping to get his green card to stay here. But his apartment hardly looks like a home. So is New York home for you?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like home. For me, for it to be like my home, I'd kind of like have to have that like, you know, like the green card, the permanent residency. And like that's like why like I don't put my family photos on the wall or anything, because for me that's like, once I've got my green card, I'm like, okay, this is home now. I could put this up, I could settle down fully and feel relaxed. And yeah, but I do want to make it my home.
Back in New Zealand, Khair was a stand-up comedian, and now he's trying his luck in New York City. He says he finds inspiration from his life as an immigrant in America. He calls his routine "The Immigrant is Staying," and though comic, his message is personal and political.
The next morning, you wake up to a loud knock. I'll wake up to a loud knock. And I'll go to the door. I don't know, who is this? I'll open it up, and there, standing 10 feet tall, ICE. Where are your papers? And look, I've got my visa, I've got my papers, but I know that in this situation, even I'd be like, am I illegal? I remember the day that I went from Mohammed Khair, Ahmed Nan, Mohammed Khair, Khalifa Taha, Ahmed Awad, to Mo. September 12th.
Although Khair wants to stay in America, he says the recent terror attack at 2 mosques in New Zealand made him rethink the experience of his childhood.
Just seeing how this nation reacted, seeing how this leader reacted, it's the first time I've felt like New Zealand is actually my home in my life. And which isn't to say that I don't want the green card, I still want it.
And like many other immigrants in the U.S., Mo now finds himself torn between the place where he settles down and the place he calls home. Alexi Noelle, TRT World, New York.